Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're getting straight back on with the Audi A6. I need to get that panelled up and straight to the body shop. You might see my personal Audi A4 yet again, axle stands. This time, so Tuesday, it was 40 degrees in England, which it's very hot. And my eldest son should finish school at 3:20. The school closed early, so 1:45, so I thought pick him up in the Audi, we'll go get some McFlurries and come back home. So there's a road near my house, which is just a normal 30-mile-an-hour road. You come to a roundabout, which will then lead you onto a 70-mile-an-hour dual carriageway. There was a bit of traffic, about 5 cars. Next thing I know, I can see like cigarette smoke. Same colour, same thickness, white colour smoke. Look in front, mate, the car in front, mate, he's got his windows up. I thought it can't be him. A couple of seconds later, I start seeing some white smoke in between the bonnet and the A-post. I thought, it's got to be the Audi. Luckily, there's a left-hand turn, which will then, this ain't far, it's probably half a mile from my house. Luckily, turned off, next thing I know, no power steering. Then the battery warning light, which obviously leads to auxiliary belt snapped. So, battery warning light's come on, no power steering. The car weighs what, 1880, so nearly 2 tons. The tyres are 255s. This doesn't have electric, it's traditional hydraulic power steering, so literally I feel like Popeye trying to steer this car. So because that alternator belt, that goes around my water pump because this engine is chain driven, so I just keep an eye, all I cared about was the temperature gauge. I had half a mile to get to home, nurse it home. If I see the needle creep up a little bit, I'll park the car, get it recovered. Luckily, I got home, needle didn't move at all. So I just popped the bonnet at home, see the alternator belt had come off. It actually snapped, it didn't even shred. This is what I'm quite surprised. A clean old snap. So I'll pop the bonnet now. So I jumped straight onto the conclusion that it would have been a faulty tensioner or idler pulley. Yet I did change all these when I rebuilt the car in 2020. So that would have been, what, 15,000 miles ago? Ordered all that in. And then I think Wednesday evening, it was a bit cooler, I thought I'll get the car and axle stands, take the under tray off and start checking all the pulleys like water pump, alternator, if they're all free. So I bought all these parts. It's nothing to do with these. It's the AC compressor is fully seized. So on these, they don't have a normal clutch pulley. It's like a pulley with some rubber bits inside. So it's actually the AC compressor that's seized. So over here, I know Audi use Denso unit. So I looked for a Denso unit instead of Audi, because I think Audi was about, I'm sure it was like 800 plus VAT. I thought I ain't paying that. So over here, Denso unit would have been 450 to 550. I've got one from Autodoc, so that's about 2 weeks to come, £255. So I've got someone coming today, a friend, he's going to discharge the AC for me so I can start stripping it down. But yeah, I'm going to get these cars moved about. I'm going to park the Audi in the, let's call it the naughty corner now. And get the A6 here so we can start working on it. While I do that, I'll post a little clip where I've got some of the bits for the A6. Here he comes, Connor himself. If you need parts, Connor's your man. So I'm at Huntingdon Audi. You would have seen a second ago I was at Peterborough Audi with Connor at the parts department, just going through all the parts for the A6, making sure nothing's on back order, prices, etc. And I've just got to Huntingdon Audi, literally 10 minutes before they close. They are closed now, so I'm just doing a bit of filming. This is the car sales. Then over the road, you've got another Audi building, which is the service centre where they do the repairs, parts departments on the back. The reason I'm here is Peterborough Audi and Huntingdon Audi have an eBay account, which they list accessories, air fresheners, parts, service parts. They had a bumper for the A6, what we've got on the channel, and if you have been subscribed for a while, you would know I use a system called PartsLink24. You put the VIN number in and it shows you all the genuine part numbers and prices. So I've got the part number of PartsLink for the A6, put it in, this come up in Huntingdon. Spoke to parts department. What happened is they ordered a bumper in for a job, and I guess I didn't say what happened, but I would guess they ordered this bumper in, had it painted. Obviously this bumper's for an S-line like ours on the channel, and it was the wrong one for the car what they had at the workshop. So I guess they had an SE vehicle, and this is an S-Line bumper. So there was about 3 or 4 bumpers for sale on eBay. They were miles away from me, some 100, 200 miles away. All of them were damaged, £300 to £400. When I say damaged repaired, so plastic welded, etc. So you would need to then fill a primer. They were £300 to £400. I've just paid £500 for a brand new genuine bumper. I know it's been painted, it's still a genuine brand new bumper because it's never been installed, as you can see. But I'll show you that when I get home. But you know, all the other rebuilds, I always get good quality, if not genuine, good quality parts for the cars that we rebuild. So I've just finished jet washing it. Now I've got a clean surface to put all the new panels on. So the apron's all nice and clean now. Where the wing bolts up to at the bottom, nice and clean as well. I did remove the washer, but I've just put it back on loosely, jet washed all behind there, and all the arches, the hubs, wishbones, etc. So what I need to do next, I need to undo this damaged bracket. That's held in by 3 bolts and 1 rivet. 1 bolt on the front, 2 on the back, and there is a rivet in this corner behind this plastic headlight bracket. So this is, I think it's held in by 1 or 2 T30 Torx behind the front panel. Well, remove that and I can drill the rivet out. Then we can get the new one on. I've got this bracket as well to replace the wing bracket. That's just held in by 2 10mm bolts. One thing I did notice after videoing the strip down video, this little unit here, this goes onto the intercooler pipe. It normally has 3 little prongs. They have all broke. They normally go into these rubbers. There is 3, 1 and then 2 at the bottom. So I've ordered a new one of these. I think that came yesterday, and obviously a new ear clamp. I will be replacing, I do have the tools to do these ones, so I'll replace them instead of putting a Jubilee. I'd rather keep it original. So what I'll do now, I'll start taking these bits off just here. So you've just seen where I got the bumper from Audi Huntingdon. The headlight, couldn't get one second hand, as there was about 3 or 4 on eBay, £500, and all the tabs were all broken off. So £500 for a broken headlight, no chance. So auto dock saved the day again. And by the way, if you did mention in the comments, oh, you could have got a tab kit, you can't for the pre-facelift S-Line headlights. You can only get a repair tab kit for the SE traditional halogen H7 bulb headlights. I did check that as well. So auto dock. Headlights on that A6 from factory are Hella units with an Audi stamp. So I've got a Hella headlight, brand spanking new from Autodoc, £370. The only thing it won't have will be the Audi stamp logo. So exactly the same. All I've got to do to this headlight, I just need to put the modules on and a D3S halogen xenon bulb. So that's the headlight sorted. I've got 2 genuine brand new wings from Connor at Peterborough Audi. Side skirt, I got quite lucky. I think these are about 220 plus VAT new. They're 150 to 180 on eBay. There was one that was cheap on eBay, £80, all broken up. Looked the same as mine, so there's no point. This was on a Facebook Marketplace, Peterborough. Someone was breaking an A6 like this, £40, bargain. This is the lower bumper. You remember when I started stripping this car, underneath where this screws up to the front panel, I just assumed I already had this bit with the new bumper, but no, I didn't. So I've got this bit now. Brackets wise, that broken bracket that was along here, that was from out. These are cheap. I think that was about £6. I've got the new wing brackets. So this one from Audi again. That's for the headlight washer jet cover. For the passenger side, because I still have the drive side, I've got a load of new rivets. Yeah, I think I previously stated about this bracket that there was 3 bolts and a rivet. No, I was wrong. You have the 1 rivet that I've already drilled out. You have the one of the bolts for the front crash bar that comes out, because that goes through this hole. And then you have a bolt that goes through here, but behind, that then goes into the horn. So yeah, so I've already drilled that out. What else? What other bits I got? Oh, I did mention 2 seconds. That plastic tank that goes onto the intercooler pipe, one of the tabs, so you see these little prongs just here, the one at the top had broke off. I managed to get a second-hand one on eBay. I think that was £10. So I've got that. I've got a new ear clamp from Audi. I think they're not very expensive, so I can put that pipe onto that unit and push it in. I've got a new rubber because one was missing, so it should be free. And I think that is it for now. The wings I'll show you when I put the bracket and the headlight on. I didn't want everything round here in case I trip over, etc. Because they ain't cheap, these wings. They're aluminium wings. So I'll get on the tripod now and we'll get this bracket put on. Also, so the guy that was breaking the A6 in Peterborough, I got the side skirt for 40. This bumper under tray, that was 30. I think I looked on parts, think it was about, retail was about 58 plus VAT. So obviously I'll get a bit cheaper, but 30 quid I paid for that. He had a crash sensor as well. And as well with the crash sensor, this is the original plug. That plug's broke. So what he did, because he still had the car there luckily, so he got me. So I got a crash sensor off a car airbags haven't deployed, and he cut the harness so I can solder that, bit of heat shrink. So that'll be that done. So like I said, I'll get on tripod now and we'll start getting these brackets all put on. So that's all the modules now in. I have put a D3S bulb in as well. One thing I did find out when taking the modules out, the original damaged headlight, you probably heard me say earlier on in the video that I might need to change a bulb because this bulb wasn't working. Well, I know why now. So this module here is for the xenon bulb. Check this out. All that corrosion. Right, so I just thought I'd let you know I'm now going to try the new headlight just to make sure it's working, because obviously I have replaced that module now. As you saw, it was fully corroded, which is probably why that headlight wasn't working for the bulb. So luckily I had a spare Audi headlight in the shed, same module, same part number, so I've put that one onto the new headlight. The only reason I'm not bolting it up yet, I've still got to replace this bracket here where the headlight does bolt up at the bottom. I just want to make sure it's all working. So hopefully I don't have the bad luck what Matt Armstrong has with headlights. So I can promise you now, I have not tried this off camera. So it's going to be the first time. I'm going to rest it on top of the front panel safely so it does not fall off. It's a brand new headlight. Right, that will do. Let's try it. Fingers crossed. Ignition on. That should be the daytime running lights. Driver's working, passenger is. We'll do the headlight last. Indicator. Yep. Drivers will be working, it did before. Right, headlight. Get in there. It's all working. One last thing, I'll check main beam. I would be able to hear it just moves up the motor. Yep, and the fog light is a H7 bulb inside that headlight. Correct, it's all working. Yep, chuffed with that. So, which means now I'll get this unplugged, get the wing bracket removed and installed a new one. So what I've just done quickly off camera, I've now plugged in the new and bolted on the new crash sensor, wired it up to the original harness. I've put that unit on with the ear clamp, removed the original wing bracket, which is just held in by two 10mm bolts. Got the brand new one just here. That needs to clip into the lower part, which is for the headlight bolt for the lower bracket. So I'm just going to quickly get this bolted up now. So I've just been fiddling with the wing bracket off camera. I had to put the wing on and off many times to get this bracket where it needs to go, because forget about the damage part of it, there is a lot of movement on this, so you can't bolt this up when the wing's on. So it's literally on off with the wing. So I'm not going to bore it on time lapse just continuously doing that. I've done the driver's wing off camera. I'll just close the bonnet, 2 seconds. Panel gaps all uniform. I would say that's good. It might just need a little bit more fiddling with, but obviously the wings need to be taken off to be painted anyway. So the driver's side's now ready for the bumper. It's got a brand new bumper bracket. The metal bracket's now bolted on. This is all bolted on. So what I need to do on the passenger side, which I can do on camera now, I will put the wing on, get the headlight on, then it's the bumper. It is really windy. Normally I would be worried I'd have to do like 10 retakes to do a little video clip, but luckily now I've got the mic, which I do thank you everyone that's said in plenty of videos, Nate, you need a mic. So as you know, this car's a category S, and as we've seen, there is no structural damage. I've replaced this metal bracket, the wing bracket, that little tank. Just wanted to show you this off time lapse. So this is the wing bracket where the bumper slides on, so the bumper guide. It's got two locating tabs, 1 and 2, and they have 2 little holes, one just here and one goes in there. So 2 seconds, on it goes, and then it has 2, so literally 1 bolt will go through here and 1 through here. As you can see, you can't get better fitment than that. I just wanted to show you that. So I'm now going to get that little bracket on. It's just 2 10mm bolts, headlight, and then we'll get the bumper on. If it looked like I was struggling now, I was. So the adjuster just here for the headlight, the bolt just here. When I was must have done when I undone the screw from the broken headlight, the adjuster come all the way out, which means that bolt weren't doing up. I was like, what on earth's going on here? So yeah, that's all in now. Headlight's all secure. Time to get the bumper on. Just thought I'd show you, I've now removed the broken part of the bumper under tray and the front panel, so it screws into here. There's 5, what are they, like self-tapping torque screws. Front panel is not damaged at all, so it's another bonus. So I'm gonna get it on time lapse now and get the bumper on. So here it is, bumper's now on, which means the front end's now complete and it's ready to go to the body shop. I'm literally gonna drop it. As soon as I finish this part of the video, I'm dropping the car off. So I don't have time in today's video to remove the side skirt, but I can do that at the body shop. So, as you know, genuine Audi panels, wings, and the bumper lines up spot on. Bumper went on easy. You would have seen on the time lapse. It all lines up spot on as well, where the bumper meets up to the wing. Wing gaps, all good. You know, I didn't need to put all the stuff on, but I always like to, just to make sure the car is panelled up. I can drop it off to the body shop like this. They'll remove the stuff, paint it, and put it all back on. So that's why the bumper is on loosely. It's just got 2 bolts at the top and clipped into the bumper guides. But it's tight enough to go on the recovery truck. or trailer. I don't know what my friend's bringing today, but yeah. So one last thing I'm going to do in today's video, I'm going to plug Diagnostics in. Let's see if the airbag light can clear now. For some reason, I didn't press record. But yeah, this car now has 0 fault codes. I can start up, airbag lights not on now. Do apologise, it was just fuel lights on, 2 seconds, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this to the body shop now and I'll be back when I'm there. Yeah, so sorry that I totally forgot to press record when I plugged the Diagnostics in when it was reading the fault codes. The only fault codes the car did have was nothing to do with the engine. The only fault codes it had was the airbag sensor. As like you know, the plug was broken. I've changed the sensor and the wiring harness for the sensor, which I disconnected the battery because obviously I was soldering. What else was there? The headlights, because obviously I've had them on and off with the battery on and ignition cycle. But yeah, at least no fault codes on the car now. I just thought I'd show you one thing. The original grille, the actual grille itself, there is no damage apart from the chrome surround. There's a split just here and there's one just here. So what I want to say is, so as if I've just shown you the A6 grille, well mine's black, but it's got a split here and a split at the bottom. I can't have it like that. It needs to be as it was before an accident. So there's 2 things I can do. I can either get a new grille, which I'm struggling to find because that one has a black insert, or I can, there's not many grilles for these pre-facelifts on eBay at the minute. Or the second thing, if I do find one, like a cheap SE one, which will have like a grey middle, I can just swap over the chrome onto this grille. The third option is, I got a friend, Andy, who owns a company called AC Kustoms in Peterborough, and also owns a company called AC Motors, which AC Motors is a lot of Audis, I think a few BMs now, but mostly Audis like A4s, A6s, converted to look like a RS or an S series, so the body kit. So the AC Kustoms, he sells like the honeycomb grills, RS grills, the body kits. Unfortunately, he will be giving up that business soon as it costs too much money to bring a container over to the UK now. So unfortunately, it's not worth it. So he's selling those grills at the minute for £100 if you collect them. So I'll leave a link in the description. What do you think? Do I put a black honeycomb grill? It will be the grill with the badge. I don't like them without the badge. It won't have anything like Quattro or RS. It's just a honeycomb. So let us know in the comments, should I do that? I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let us know in the comments how you think the A6 is coming along. And I'll put a little clip now. Finally, the Mercedes is all painted, so we're going to get it back now to Pete. So we've picked up the Mercedes from the body shop. So today's Tuesday. I'm filming this last bit of the video now. I think it's just gone 4 PM. I'm posting this video tonight at 6 PM. So tomorrow I'm going around Pete's. We're going to carry on with the Mercedes. I think there's probably 2 more videos out of that car. So that one should be for next. Hopefully we'll have a video for next week. A6. I'll let you know in next week's video why I need to get to the body shop yesterday. But yeah, let us know in the comments about the grille, what you think to the rebuild, and like you know, luckily on that car, nice easy repair on the A6, no structural damage. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you like today's video, smash that like button because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And also follow me on Instagram, Nathan_Hiley. I'll leave the links to everything in the description and to Andy's company. But yeah, thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.